Special thanks to super sponsors Schumann 3D Blast, Stale Donut, Ministry of Ennui Control, Mr. Brun and Metric Conversion for their support of my videos. Visit patreon.com/DavidXNewton to join the ASCII Brigade. Alright, so now we've got a clue. We've got some way to move forward. That's not the way to go. I've still no idea what I was doing up there. I just got it working by complete coincidence. It's interesting, if interesting is a word that can be applied to this game, that the easiest route to channel the water is the one that eventually leads you to the book. I don't think that's happened before in any of the other ages, where it's quite easy to get out, but to actually find the pages and the clues requires some extra work. I'll be honest, this is not where I thought I was going. Okay, so I think I've got it working the right way now. This puzzle would definitely be a lot more tolerable if I could see where I was going. I think Real Myst would have improved quite a lot on this. Alright, so I was wrong. Getting to the book is the second easiest thing to do. It's not the first lift that you come to. Alright, let's put this thing in the book. I'm not even going to bother watching the video. But let's do this marker switch puzzle. So that's on. That's on. Are they all on? Hang on. The spaceship one I must have turned off, and then the dock. And that'll be it. Oh, there we go. A white page. Well, what do I do with this then? Doesn't go in here.
Hello, I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. He was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slipped away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. He did him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn Father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who destroyed the ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And Cirrus dealt the final blow. He tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both. Unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother's a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder Believe me. You must only recover one additional page to release you from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf. It's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring...
Okay, wait, shut up a minute, because I think you've just given me an important clue. I'm glad that I eventually sat through that, because he said, that one there? No. Yes, this one here. It is kind of difficult to see, but 158. Oh, do I have to seriously click through the whole thing? Alright, so he said, this one, put that into the code pattern in the fireplace, and then we'll get the opportunity to get another blue page. But I don't really want to do that because he's clearly insane and is going to murder me. Let's just see what happens anyway. Copy, paste. Okay. Wow, something's happening now. Aha! So, okay, so you've got the red and blue pages, so he asked me to get this one, but there's a book here which I think I can put the white page in? Yes! I might possibly have wanted to see that video before I came here, but we'll see. So there's some kind of scepter? I don't know. The only living being I've encountered in this game so far. And, I suppose I better go and talk to him, really. Hello.
Ah, my friend. You returned. And the page, did you bring the page?
This one.
Ah, give it to me.
Okay.
You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
Bye now. So what do I do then? You're just going to leave me to wander around here clicking on things like I've been for the whole game? Let's piece this together. So, the Cirrus or Akhenar destroyed the library, like Atreus said at the start of the game, and they were destroying the worlds of Myst. So they were imprisoned in the books, and Atreus was here in his gloomy castle waiting for something to happen. I don't know. I still don't know if I'm Catherine or not. Oh, there he is. Hurry up, will you? Got places to be today. Has he got a big picture of his face imprinted on the floor? Okay. Well, he does seem to be back. Hello? Am I supposed to do something here? Oh, there we go. I was supposed to go back to the library again. Oh! Oh! Oh-ho! Oh. What now? I'll tell you what now, that's the end of the game. Seriously, you're meant to see that the two books have been destroyed and the game doesn't have an ending, it just sort of stops. So I managed this one in about 3 hours and 45 minutes altogether and used just one hint to poke me in the right direction when there was a secret passage that was hardly visible in a screen you'd never think to look for one. I do feel rather bad that a couple of people requested my thoughts on this game only to hear me slag it off for the last 6 videos, but the truth is that I think the game's clever moments were more than balanced balanced out by its deliberate awkwardness. There are only so many ways that the designers found to populate an entirely deserted game world with puzzles that didn't rely on at least some degree of unfairly hiding the mechanics from you, the numbers puzzle in the clock tower being the prime offender. But what it did do right, and possibly why so many people remember it fondly, is the atmosphere. It bears some resemblance to my favourite horror games, despite not belonging to this genre itself. I've looked at forum posts of people saying how they were scared of the game when they were young, or nervously asking if this takes a dark turn. Myst perhaps accidentally inspires fear effectively because the world is such a dead space and you have to go exploring alone in the dark. It does a good job of, while never leading you into a situation that's fatal, framing it as if you're exploring places that you're really not meant to be. And in terms of storyline, it's like a horror game in starting you clueless and just letting you discover things for yourself. The plot elements are never pointed out to you, they're just resident in the world, and it silently lets you explore through it to uncover the story for yourself. I can imagine tons of fan theories flying around Usenet or IRC or whatever else was popular at the time of the game's release to fill in the interesting holes that it leaves, such as why Akinar had that cage in the secret area of his room in the Mechanical Age, or what the hell that jaw thing was inside the box, or what really happened to the library. And I've come out of the game genuinely interested in the lore behind how this world came to be, so I could definitely say I enjoyed it more as a story than a game. I think that Myst's most interesting feature is also one of its most curious ones, that you start off so close to your goal with the page in the marker switch right in front of you, and the combination to get to the last book sitting in the library, but that you spend the whole game just finding out that they were there the whole time. It would seem to be very easy to randomise the final combination so that you couldn't just put it in immediately, but as you can see from this half-hearted speedrun that I recorded afterwards, it's very possible to just go straight to Atros from the start of the game and never visit any of the other ages at all. Perhaps this was a deliberate choice to make the player's desire to explore what truly drives the game, or some other excuse like that. By the way, I didn't quite receive the full ending of this game. When Atros tells you to wait here, he really means it, because in the extremely likely event that you're not directly in front of his desk when he returns from destroying the books, you miss some more dialogue. If I had somehow had the foresight to just sit absolutely still, this is what he would have said to me.
It is done. I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage. Oh, in reward, I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst, the books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope you find your explorations satisfying. You will no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more favor. I am fighting a foe much greater than my sons would even imagine. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Until that point, feel free to enjoy the explorations from my library on Myst. Thank you again.
It's not much, and basically translates to go and buy the sequel, but it does at least communicate that the game is over a tiny bit more effectively than what I got, and in a game like Myst, this amount of direction is about all you can expect. So that was Myst, a classic that many people think doesn't deserve to be. It's slow and it's sometimes unfair, but it is curious, and the fact is that it did have an important place in the history of games. Because as Richard Cobbett once said, if Myst didn't exist, what would manufacturers have given away as a free bonus with your printer? Thank you to everyone on the left here for supporting me creating Stumbling Tours videos. If you'd like to join in or make suggestions for other games to cover, please have a look at David X Newton on Patreon.